Yo, how's it going, guys? It's Richard Unicorn Caller here. We are back with some of the breaking news here. You guys are not going to believe this. Like, chat. I did not think that this was going to, like, happen in a million years. And I'm just laughing at how chaotic this update has been and how preventable all of this literally could have done had they just literally left it alone, right? Because every update, they're always trying to do something too extra. So check this out. This just came in. This comes in from community manager Emma. Hi, all. The development team has had an opportunity to review some of your feedback, aka people probably canceling memberships, about this update. We also hear concerns about timing and agree. We need to work to respond quicker and in direction players are asking for. We have begun making adjustments to our development process to better prioritize player feedback, but wanted to share some things already in progress. Why do I feel like I'm getting a sense of deja vu like I heard this already? We're rolling back the change to exclusive pets and returning your ability to list them on kiosks. Oh my god, that was so difficult. It only took a couple of people to cancel their memberships to get that point across. And like I said, that could have been preventable. You've literally just had to leave it alone. That's all you had to do. The fact that we are even at this point is astronomical to me. I'm kind of disappointed in KI. They backed down. Revert the kiosk. Don't revert it. Nah, keep it. Stay on your word, bro. Oh man, fake demons, bro. Fake demons. But anyway, let's keep reading this. Whatchamacallit? We think there is work to do to make pet breeding and pet collecting more intuitive, but we shouldn't have been so quick to fix this bug when it's the functionality players have come to expect. We'll work with you to find a better solution, like informing players in-game of the key differences when breeding with exclusive pets via the kiosk. Awesome! That's literally all you had to do. Alright, and now here comes some more. By the way, I got so many memes I got spam on my Twitter feed, dude. It's gonna be a mess. Do not follow me on Twitter unless you want your phone to buzz all day. Dude, alright, so let's go on to the second thing. We've been refining our list of top player requested changes, including things you think we should polish, improve, or revisit for bug fixes. We'll be opening these ideas up to player discussion and give you a significant amount of time to weigh in how we revise these systems. This lets quality of life updates be a collaborative process and helps check us in case we miss the mark on a potential fix or improvement, like we did with the exclusive pets in the kiosk, right? And here's the thing, and this is what I gotta say to the whole company at KI. You need to stop revisiting stuff that has already been in the game for years or months, right? Because a lot of players don't know if it's intended or not, right? The same thing with the Spellman reset, the same thing with the Bazaar fiasco, the same thing with this, the exclusive pets in the kiosk. You guys need to understand that nobody knows if it's going to be part of the game or not, right? This entire thing should not have happened. But because you did that, you lost a few players. Even though you made this post, you still aren't going to get my renewal of the membership. Because right now, I'm just seeing words right now. I would have to physically see it on my screen in order to somewhat gain a little bit of respect from y'all. And even then, I'm still standing on my stance. I'm still not renewing my membership, right? So anyway, this is good. I'm glad that they're going to work with the community a little bit more on what they want to figure out, what they, for some reason, want to look into, right? We also hear your positive feedback around doubled rewards for Challenge Mode Chronicles and more accessible magic weaving. We plan to make a few similar adjustments to other content, and we'll share these as soon as we've confirmed them. Please continue to provide your feedback as we work through it. We have more in the works and we'll share additional updates as they become locked into our overall plans to address your ongoing concerns. That's all you had to do. That is literally all you had to do. But I think it's too late though. Like, like they waited so long to do this. Someone said, with respect, I think this would be a complete waste of the developer's time. The game is still missing many quality of life features and riddled with bugs, and these need to be urgently addressed. Reverting the kiosk changes is a step in the right direction, and here's my 2 cents on what needs to be worked on next. Fixing Beast Moon bug. Yes, fixing Beast Moon. I don't know what's going on with Beast Moon. They keep saying that they fixed it. It's not fixed. So something is going on with the development team on that side. Beast Moon 100% needs to be looked into. I don't know if it's a QA problem, a development problem, a company problem, a bigger problem than that, but Beast Moon is not great. And you've had this event happen so many times. Players can't even play it fairly. It's like, you gotta fix it. Like, it's just like, it's just getting ridiculous, right? Furthermore, improving the development process to include QA so that alleged bug fixes and new features, such as the search for more than 2 pet talents feature, actually work. My current impression of KI software engineers is that they are in terms implementing AI generated code and that they don't bother testing anything. And number 2, fixing spells. Why have these been ignored for so long? It's ridiculous that these are the spells in spell-based card game that literally do not work. This is core gameplay. Witch House Call, Spell Path B, Raging Bull spell, unknown. Potent Trap not working properly on Saturn's Reaping, Cyclops Path C, and Sandworm. Quality of life. Hey, when moving things between the backpack and shared bank, the sorting should not reset. B, the ability to modify keybinds. Many players have complained that Control R is an awkward keybind for auto run. And I believe actually you can customize your keybinds. Oh, wait, no. That's the controls. It would be actually cool to customize keybinds or hotkeys. That would be pretty cool. Bugs, there's a lot going on here, honestly, but I've already committed on commenting on this process, so I hesitate to say more. Hopefully next time we talk about bugs, it's a demo. Quality of life suggesting these are exactly the kind of thing we want to tackle. Holy refresh pull, everyone liked that. Holy freak. Wasn't expecting the update rollback for the kiosk. Thank you, KI. On this topic, I think it's important to see a return to side systems like Monstrology, Fishing, Beast Moon, and the Guild Museum. The big flagship addition for this update was, of course, the Blighted Veil raid. I know the developers, but a lot of the time and passion into the designing it, and I'm interested to try it out myself, but there also need to be a focus on more accessible activities that do not have a high cost of entry in the future. Some of the systems I mentioned might not have been touched in quite a few times or quite some time. Several fans eagerly waiting the return of systems like this, especially those that haven't been touched in multiple years, like fishing. Speaking of fishing specifically, I know you asked for feedback regarding the particular activity a while back, but I feel that discussion mentioned there may have been overshadowed by the negativity surrounding the most recent update. I'd encourage you, following the internal discussions following this update, to look at what was discussed there with fresh new eyes and see how player opinions on the topic could be responded to internally. Nice. This is great, everybody. This is insane. Like, and again, like I said, this is like, it should not have got to this point, right? The team is brainstorming a fix here to make things a bit clearer for people, but our priority is to get the functionality returned so that y'all can continue to use the system as you have been. The situation shone a spotlight on a few frustrations y'all have with the pet system as a whole, and our goal wasn't to make hatching more difficult. That doesn't excuse the misstep we made to consider how players actually use the kiosk and pet hatching, and we missed the opportunity to properly evaluate the impact of the change. But we do want to make more changes on how players hatch pets in the short term. Man, dude, it really should not have gotten to this part. This was chaotic, dude. I'd say trust us, but don't wait and see. If you think we're living up the big ideal, great. If not, keep the heat. I have been in the constant meetings with KI people at every level to talk about how we can do a better job here. Things are happening, but I'll say more when we can show, not tell. Yo, Mickey! That was good, Mickey. Okay, Mickey. Oh, Mickey's getting better. Yo, Mickey and Emma are getting better with the communication. Okay. Still not renewing my membership, though. All right. But you guys are getting a lot better. That's right. There you go. It wasn't so hard. I like Mickey. All right. All right. Good. All right. Well, hopefully that ends this entire summer update fiasco. Good Lord. Like I said, this should not have went to this level. Like, at all. And it's not like the community managers are the developers. They are just basically the announcers, right? They're the people that relay, like, you know, words to us or whatever. They relay the feedback and stuff to the developers or to the entire team. So this, man, Mickey said that's the plan. There's a lot of things changing there, but it's not something we can demonstrate right away. So we're sticking to facts and things you can verify us on. Yeah, dude. And then someone says over here, thank you a lot, Emma. Please consider in the future not to rush things and first ask players feedback. This was a huge backlash for you. Yeah, dude, it was, dude. People were canceling memberships left and right. I think that's what kind of poked the bear a little bit. People were kind of like saying they're gonna quit the game, or, you know, Guild Wars 3 is like coming out next year, or at least the beta's coming out. You know, just like everything else right now seems more appetizing than the Wizard101, because again, when you have, like, you know, this situation happening, you know, it does kind of paint the game in a bad way. And like I said, regardless of what you thought about the whole pet kiosk change, the game itself is riddled with bugs. Like we said, Beastman has been bugged for months. Like, that's just bad. Nobody wants to play a game where it feels like it's been in early access for years. This game came out in 2008. And I swear to you that when I played this as a kid, this game did not feel this buggy. Like, I swear to you, back in the day, it did not feel this buggy. I don't know what they were cooking up, but dude, it felt a lot more fluid. Nowadays, when you play this game, there's always an issue now, right? There's always an issue. But yeah, this is great. W Emma and W Mickey. I'm only giving them the W. I haven't given any of the devs a little bit of a W yet. But, and another thing I'll say is about the devs. None in particular, but just in the devs in general, I understand that the ego is high. I myself have a huge ego as well. But here's the thing. When you have people that are paying for this game, it might be wise just to not talk at all, right? If anything, I would let the community managers do most of the information talking in the discussions. But dude, I'm not gonna lie, some of y'all devs have probably the worst takes I have ever heard in my life. And sometimes it might just be better just to not say anything at all, especially if you don't know how to refute people's feedback. And that's the thing, feedback doesn't hurt. Constructive criticism doesn't hurt. If anything, it's gonna help players kind of have a relationship with you so that you can kind of nurture your community a little bit better. Because I saw some of the comments and it just felt like talking to a brick wall at that point. And that's what really frustrates players. It's the gaslighting. That is not fun. I do not like being gaslit. So yeah, this was great. Huge shout out to manager Mickey. I'm sure still people are going to be mad. I'm sure people are still going to, like, I already see people talking about, in regards to wanting retired things, how are we on discussion? For example, say for a Throwback Thursday, you want a pirate insignia set to return. I'm very happy for this rollback, thank you. Will you consider posting a pet hatching feedback thread to get players' opinions on pet hatching? A lot of the knowledge about pet making is community based. Yeah, this is good stuff. Good job, community. And while we're at it, I can actually show you one of the new features that are part of the summer update, which we mentioned in our previous video. So we got disconnected for inactivity, right? Previously, you would have to quit and go back to log in, but now you can basically reconnect and it will take you to the character select screen. So that is an example of a W update, and that's awesome. That's a really good quality of life update. But taking the whole, pets out of kiosk situation, after months, that just felt like a rug pull, and players do not like a rug pull. My advice for you devs, if there's any watching, I know probably some of them don't watch, but you gotta stop going against the community, because right now it is very volatile. Like, it is very sensitive. It's very volatile. And hey, for you console players, be glad for the PC players for making enough noise for y'all. Because now, whenever y'all get the summer 2026 update for console, well, now you won't have to deal with that whole exclusive pet situation at all, right? That won't affect you because that will be part of the update. So, again, huge shout out to everybody. Huge shout out to the entire community. You know what? I feel like playing Wizard101 today. You want to know why? Because we have something great that just happened. So let me know what you guys think about that in the comments below. I'm gonna let y'all go. Let me know. Good job, community. Good job, the community managers. Awesome stuff, y'all. Really good stuff. We're gonna read this last thing from Mickey. Mickey is on fire, dude. He doesn't sound like an AI at all. He is on fire. This is the last thing from Mickey. So, I think it's unrealistic to expect every audit or revamp to address every concern. At some point, we have to ship the feature, but I also don't think that's what you're asking for. I think our biggest obstacle is there just isn't enough time to react to feedback, and we currently do changes in big chunks that can make feedback stale by the time we get another chance at it. There are reasons why we have the short test round process and then launch. You lose a lot of momentum in games once the big patch reveal happens, but we need to figure out how we can both give y'all that excitement around new content and changes while also giving ourselves time to react to feedback. Maybe that means that sometimes we take extra time. Maybe that means we are much faster. We're much faster with packaging and discussing feedback for our design and making sure that 3-week test run is incredibly efficient, which it really isn't. We're getting into the trust me bro edition of promising we'll make changes you can't see, but it's clear something has to change. I'm totally firing from the hip here, and I'm gonna get a message from an angry producer any minute now, but I even think we should consider stuff like decoupling the big content drop of a patch raid, dungeons, worlds, etc. from the system's changes so that if something needs more time to cook, it doesn't impact the big marketing moment and the stuff y'all spend money on to get there. But that's really hard in code design. I don't think very many game companies have ever pulled that off. It's a nice dream, but we can't lose sight of improving our process while we wish for a way to change how we design games. Awesome. Yay! W Mickey! Mickey's still typing, dude. He's going off right now, man. Look at that. And like I said, this really should not have gotten to this point. This entire thing should not have gotten to this point. Mickey said, I don't have enough information to really respond to this, but this is the exact kind of request we'll soon be able to hope. Yeah. Again, this really should not have gotten to this point. So, hopefully, KI has hopefully learned their lesson. And good job for the community, again, for being vocal. That's it for the video, and feel free to join the official Wizard101 Discord server if you want to give your 2 cents in there as well, or leave a comment below. But until then, I will talk to you guys later. Peace out.